We can't hear what he's saying. He must be muted.
I've actually added it. Yes, I've added that. So, hello and welcome to this week's episode 4 of Red Hot Chili Bugs. So, this is when I just give a brief synopsis of actually what has happened in the game so far above the typing.
Who's typing?
Mute your mics if you're typing, please. I'm going to give a brief synopsis. So the party has been hired by one Jeremiah Crump, and the owner of the chain, one restaurant in the chain of Hungry Like a Wolf, a restaurant that frequently has eating challenges. They were originally hired to perform 3 tasks. Number 1, to protect the restaurant on an evening after it been broken into twice, which I think you successfully did. Number 2, to find out why they were actually being broken into. And number 3, to stop it happening in the future. So what actually went on was that they managed to withstand some gang attack. They got arrested by the police, and then they head off to Delivery for You, which is the company that delivers some items called the Jamil bugs, which are actually from Mexico. And the party have suddenly started to figure out that there might be something not very good going on with these Jamil bugs. It was while they were investigating this that they got another call from their Mr. Johnson, who they've fondly referred to as Two Troll Johnson due to his bodyguards that are always with him. And they headed off to try to locate a certain person called Mark Darwin, who actually has a link to their original job, since he was the one who was working at the Delivery for You. While they were there, they met Mark Darwin's aunt called Maggie, who's rather old and senile, and accidentally ordered pizza while they were there. Unfortunately, Carrot opened the door to the pizza delivery, which turned out to be some kind of high explosive drone that actually blew up in his face and causing various pizza chunks all over the place. It was after this that they made a hasty retreat. FaZe decided to drive the van and promptly glitched and backed into a law enforcer's car, and then sped off and picked them up. And as they hurtled through with Billy Bob driving at the wheel now, they hurtled forward and then suddenly got attacked by this little bit of a beastie here, which is actually some kind of rotary drone that peppered the side of their little van with a whole load of bullets. It was at that point that we rolled initiative, and you can see the initiative sort of like over there. Billy Bob with 19, FaZe with 17, Drone with 17, and Carrot with 7. And it was at this point that last week we stopped the adventure. It is 7 o'clock on the evening, and the people, you are heading off in the van, guys, and preparing for combat. So I'm just changing to the big view so we can make sure that...
Is it going to be street maps?
We can...
It's going to be a car?
No, it's not. All I can see, I don't know if you can see the stream at the moment, but Longshanks, you're very small. All I can see is your tiny... a little head. I can move... Oh, that's better. It looked like your camera... it looked like your camera had slipped. There's a synopsis before the synopsis, yes, and there's a synopsis at the end as well. Is this a mud? I don't understand. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Sorry, meow. Don't understand what this is. Some technical jargon that I'm unaware of. Okay, so Billy Bob's in his car. There is no separation between the front and the back of the van. Carrot is in the back of the van, holding Mavis and rather beaten up. And FaZe, you are in the front of the car.
I'm slumped in the front of the car because at the moment I'm in VR mode.
Right, so
I'm in the Matrix.
So if I presume you're strapped in, by the way.
Well, I presumed so.
Yeah, okay then. And you were just leaving supporting sanctuary apartments. So, guys, we are straight away into combat. So, Billy Bob, what would you
Yes.
like to do?
I'm going to shout in the back, hand me gun to Carrot. I want me what you call it?
Oh, your Super Warhawk thing.
Yeah, my
Is that in a backpack?
it's all the weapons are currently stashed in the back.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's very interesting if we get pulled over. Okay then. Yeah, very nice, very nice. I didn't realise that you had brought all your running gear on your meet with Maggie. She was obviously a dangerous character that we were somewhat worried about. Okay,
That
then, yeah.
completely changes my plan. I'm just going to throw the doors open, get the AK out, and
So, Billy Bob, would you like to spend your complex action? Because that's just a free action to talk. Do you wish to spend your... Because you remember you have to spend one complex...
Yeah, I need to keep control of the van, don't I?
Excellent. So just roll your driving skill then. And remember...
That's in vehicle, yeah?
Yeah, it just should be in vehicle. And your limit is the handling. If you go to vehicle, it should be underneath your... underneath the delivery for you van, and the target of this will be your handling. Your limit will be your handling, and I know your target. How's everybody's edge doing?
I'm out of edge because I
edge.
forgot to take off my tick for my
then.
edge rolls. So I rolled a whole load of dice that
so
weren't supposed to be edge, but they were edged.
so you're...
I have one.
Oh right,
handling
cool.
3.
Billy Bob's got none because he used his on his interrogation roll, I think.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I was thinking, guys, you know, on your tokens, I was thinking probably use one of them for your edge. Maybe the green, is it the blue one at the end or the green one in the middle? We normally do physical stun, so it'd probably go in the blue one.
So
What? Where's that? No.
Right, I can't see where I'm supposed to be pressing here.
Hang on, I'll come into it. So if you go into your character sheet.
Yep, I'm on vehicle.
And go into vehicle, and can you see where it says maneuver?
Maneuver.
Second one.
Yes, sorry, yeah.
Just press that one, and it'll do the test for you.
No modifiers.
Correct.
Hit me. Oh, handling.
3.
Hit me.
Yeah.
3, yeah.
3, yeah. So you actually you actually keep control of the vehicle as it speeds down. Okay, FaZe, you are up.
So I'm already in VR mode in the Matrix. I can't see this drone because it's obviously running silent. It's got its icon hidden.
Yeah.
So
you can make a matrix perception if you wish.
Yeah. Now the only thing I can go on is I know the general area where it is.
Correct.
So I'm going to see whether or not I can spot any hidden running objects in that, or hidden devices in that area.
That's a complex action, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Hang on, I'll have a look. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Three successes. Oh, I need to oppose that, don't I? Let me. Where's my me roll? Ooh, modify. What's it? Opposed by. Sorry. Hashtag pro streamer.
You are now. You got a cup and bits.
Yeah.
Logic plus sleaze. Logic plus sleaze. That's where we are. Just need to go to this to find it. That. Okay. Yes, yeah, you can now see it on the matrix. It's definitely there. It's definitely running, and you actually have two other points. You have some points of information if you would like it.
What's its armor?
Its armor is quite substantial. It has a rating of 4.
Right. How many pieces of information do I get? 2 or just 1?
You actually get 3 because I got no success.
Can I tell what it's armed with? It's obviously some type of pistol, is it? Heavy pistol or something?
It has a Colt M23 on a vehicle mount.
Right.
So so do you wish to know?
And what's its handling?
Its handling is 4.
Right.
Okay. So we are down to the drone. So the drone quite happily. Can
I use my simple action? My free action?
Yeah, by all means.
Can I send a message to Troll Johnson?
Yeah. Be careful of your word limit.
Yeah, something along the lines of meat went south, Johnson's safe, need to deliver ASAP, advise.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is going towards the van. So what you need to roll, let me just pull it up so I've got it. So Big, you're going to be in charge of all the vehicle rolls.
Okay.
Because you're actually obviously driving it. So you actually resist. Let me just get this right. I had all this written down, all this written down.
I've had all this written down for weeks.
So that's a nice bit of paper, that.
Yeah, but it is.
Vehicle tests. That's it. Oh,
He's lost it.
I have.
Just roll 1d6, and if it doesn't come up as 6, it's okay.
Hang on. No, I've got it. I've got it here. I know I've got it. Here we go. Vehicle combat action. Ramming. No.
What type of vehicle combat? Is it chase combat, or is it the...
It will be. Well, it depends what you decide to do. It depends whether or not you choose to try to get out of combat or not.
I'm just going to try and not get hit at the moment. You're still going to pay for the damage.
You vehicle hit. Drive. You need to roll your reaction.
My reaction, not their.
Yeah. So if you just roll your reaction, just roll a vehicle tester. Just roll your evasion roll. Can you see your evasion roll next to your maneuver?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just roll that. So I get 1 success, but you get 2 successes. So the actual the gun fires, but you manage to swerve the vehicle at the last moment over to one side. You hit the curb and take it back down, but the shots just fire short of the back end. You hear them whistling back by the door. Carrot. So it's sort of like whistles past you, and you can just hear them. They don't come through, but you can hear them outside. Excellent. Okay, then. Carrot, you are up.
Cool. Would it be a free action to pass Billy Bob his pistol, or would that be a complex, or what would that be to do?
Well, it's going to take you a whole complex action because you're going to have to take it out of the rucksack that it's in, and then pass it to him.
I'll do that then.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll for it, by the way. I think you're Because otherwise, with your wounds at the moment, it wouldn't be nice. Okay then. So, Billy Bob, are you taking a hand off the wheel?
I will be.
Okay, so we'll do that next round. So, guys, you should be able to click on your tokens now, and then press the button that says Change Initiative, and it should take 1 off 10 off everybody's.
There we go.
Cool. Okay, so Billy Bob, you Carrot, you're -3, so you don't actually get an action anymore. But Billy Bob, you do have your action now, your complex action.
Okay, so I'm going to do the control.
No, you've done that for this combat round. So this combat turn. So you only need to do it once per combat turn. Remember, combat turn is 3 seconds. So
is he passing me the gun here, or?
Yeah, he's passing you the gun.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to take it off him. Make sure the safety's off, and I'm gonna aim it out the window at the.
Remember, the drone's on the opposite side. So if I organise you, imagine that you're actually in the car. So imagine that this is the car.
Okay.
So FaZe is here, you're here, driving, and the drone's over this side.
You do realise I'm on the wrong side?
Say again, sorry? No, it's because it's because Hungry Like the Wolf imports foreign cars.
Oh my god, it's left-hand drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. You've been winding the window up for the past 5 minutes. We're trying to find the gear stick. If we go down, it goes over to one side. And then when you do find it, you put your hand out and you actually hit FaZe's knee. And you go, what the is going on here?
Wrong gear stick. Sorry.
So what would you like to do? It's your action.
I'm just going to carry on driving and try and find a way, because I'm not exactly going to reach across and shoot out that window at the drone there. Not with FaZe being there.
Where are you going to put your gun? The only reason I'm saying is that
give it to Carrot to hold.
Just to let you know, if you're going to hold a gun in your hand and try to drive as well, you're going to have a -1 dice modifier on all your dice rolls.
So I'm just gonna put it between the legs for now. Putting the safety on and putting it between the legs.
Okay, FaZe, you are up.
I'm going to try to brute force this this drone. I want to get some mark. I want to get at least 1 mark on it. So I'm going to go for 1 mark on the drone.
Okay, so you're going to let me just bring out this. Do you have baby monitor running?
No.
Okay, let me just put it to my GM layer then.
At the moment, I have exploit running, virtual machine, and I've got signal scrub just to get rid of the background noise for the area.
Okay, so you're going to brute force, which is cyber combat plus logic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have any situation modifiers for this?
No, because you're in the Matrix, aren't you?
Okay.
Are you hot or cold?
Just normal.
Okay. You're not AR.
No, I'm
VR.
I'm VR, but I'm not running silent and I'm not hot sim.
Yeah. Okay. Then, if you were doing VR, you would have your -2 from engaging from within a vehicle. That's what I was saying. Willpower plus firewall. I am resisting this with that's that. Okay. No, you try to. Or tell me what you're doing.
I was actually firing an electrical shock at it just to try to get a mark on it.
Okay, so within the matrix, you fire out this electrical shock, almost like a bolt of lightning. But as you send it towards it, it just slowly moves to one side, and you miss it altogether. It seems you probably think it probably hits the drone and sort of like dissipates around a almost like a shell around it. You probably think it got resisted by the firewall.
Okay.
Okay, my drone's time to attack. So you're evading again, Big B.
Roger.
I get one success.
Got 4.
Oh, wow. Your
Wow.
driving is
Nice.
unbelievable.
Just
Nice
like
one, Big.
real life.
Yet again, as the drone swoops back down for another attack, just as it's about to pepper through the window at you, FaZe, Billy Bob.
I don't see it anyway.
No, but just Billy Bob, you look to one side and you see it coming down about to sort of like fire through the window, and you suddenly slam on the brakes and stop the vehicle as it shoots straight across in front of you, 3 shots, and then you quickly swap your pedals around and hit the accelerator and shoot back off again into the down the street.
Wow, I am good.
You are.
Okay, Carrot, you can't do anything, so that is the turn over. So if you would like to roll your next initiative.
I thought we didn't do that.
No, it's D&D. You don't do that.
Damn it. Initiative. I keep losing this thing. Initiative. There we go. It worked? Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, yeah, it worked. It worked.
Everybody's in position. So my drone's going first this time. So same again.
Right. We go back to vehicle. Vehicle, evade. 4.
2. Miss you again. This time, as you speed up, I try to fire at you again, but you speed up so quickly that my shots just go down behind you, and no chance at all. Right, 18, Billy Bob. Do you want to do your driving roll?
Yes, sir.
So do your handling.
So it's handling.
If you wish, Billy Bob, what you can do is try to accelerate away, so you move away from the drone and try to lose it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I want to try and take a side road in.
Okay, then. So do your normal handling one this round, unless
maneuver,
you want. Yeah. Well, you've got to do it sometime, so it's up to you.
I'll do it now. Handling. 3 successes.
Okay, yeah. So you keep control of the vehicle as you can't continue down. Who has Does one of you have knowledge of the back streets or something like that?
I have south side shortcuts, yeah.
All right, because I was going to say I would let you have it as a modifier to the escape roll if you had it, and I couldn't remember who actually had it.
Yeah, well, I'm in VR mode, so I won't.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not,
just
I'm
like
not
you
that
know,
much.
yeah, but if you weren't, you would be able to say to Big left, right, or something like that. Yeah,
I'm with you.
Okay, FaZe, you're up.
I'm going to try another brute force on this drone again to try to get at least 1 mark on it.
You're out of edge, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, you actually get the mark on it this time. So,
Okay, and yeah.
So that's a complex action, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's going to take some damage as well.
Yeah, what damage does it take?
For every 2 net successes, it takes 1 dv of matrix damage.
So that's it takes 1.
Yeah.
So I'll pop it in the red one for you. Okay. Do you want to hang on? I'll just set it up as a bar. Let's have a look.
Are we supposed to have numbers in our circles at the top?
No.
Well, we used to have bars up there, didn't we?
Yeah, but they keep disappearing, so it's a lot easier. You still have a bar there, which
Yeah, that's because I've put my edge on the green one.
no.
So it shows that I've got no edge.
Oh
at the
yeah,
moment.
got yeah. Okay, then, cool. So yeah, so oh hang on, that's wrong. No, I'll leave it like that because it makes more. Oh no, I better do it around the other way. There you go.
If I go like that, see, it shows you I've got one
Yeah,
edge.
cool. Okay then, Carrot baby, you are up.
I'm going to. Oh no, not that one. I'm going to roll my heal spell
Cool.
because I need to, because I have 2 health. I'm not casting it at full 6.
Do you have full essence? Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, yeah.
Yeah. So you haven't got any cyberware or anything.
No,
like that? Yeah.
just
Okay.
contacts.
Cool. Yeah. So the number of hits that you get will be the number of physical damage healed. Also, 1 hit can be used to reduce the time to make it permanent. To make it permanent, sustain this spell. What force are you casting it at?
I'm just working that out. Sorry. Well, I've cast it at force 4, but I'm at force, I think. But I'm going to raise it with reagents.
You're going to raise the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just working out how many I want to use. Let's use
20.
Yeah. So that's
4. And they were all just temporary.
yeah. So what was the force of the spell?
It was a force 4.
Force
and
4.
then
So you have.
And then I used 6 reagents as well.
Yeah, so the force is 4. So you have to sustain this for 4 combat turns to make sure. And if you lose it by then that's it. So what's your actual box now? How many boxes have you lost?
I had 2 boxes of damage. I've now taken off 4. Sorry, no, I had 2 boxes of damage because I had 8 hit points of damage. So I've now taken off 4 of those 8, I assume.
Oh, so you had taken 8. So
Yeah.
and so you're now up to 6. Yeah, 6 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 out of 10. So you've now got a -1 modifier for that.
Cool.
So, but remember, you're also sustaining another spell,
Yeah.
the heal. Does your mentor actually help with that?
No, because I've already got armor for that one.
Right. Okay, then I'm going to
Force 2.
I'm going to put this heal underneath you, and you need to do that for 4
turns.
4 turns to sort of like make it permanent. Yeah.
Cool.
So that's you done. Let's go. And yes, so that's 2 rounds gone. So we're now up to this will be round 3. So remember, each one of these rounds is actually 3 seconds. So far, all this combat has just literally taken 9 seconds. At the end of this next round, it will be 9. Oh, sorry, no, or sorry, my mistake.
Change initiative.
Yeah, you should have changed initiative, but I think I've just wiped them all. Can you remember?
I think I had 18.
Yeah. So just hang on, I'll just add it. So yours would be 8.
Mine's 8. I'm the same as Billy
Okay.
Bob.
So I was doing D&D. So if I add you a turn, what was yours, Carrot? Oh, you won't.
I was on 6, so I'm not going this
Yeah.
turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then. Cool. So I'm up first. So you need to do your evasion roll.
Is there a limit? What's the limit on the evasion? Is it the handling of the vehicle?
Let's have a look. It should be. Hang on. Let's have a look. The limit is 3. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that the handling?
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
3.
was I supposed to do handling?
No. I'm on about what's the maximum amount of dice you can can actually get on
your
it.
maximum is your handling of your vehicle. So because I've got handling 4, my maximum will be 4. Right. I actually tried to fire my weapon, and I critically glitch.
Do you explode?
Well, so you actually see FaZe, and Billy Bob, you see it as well. The drone comes down to try to fire at you, and then
Does it jam?
All of a sudden, you notice that it just goes, and it seems to be trying to fire bullets at you, but nothing actually seems to be coming out of it at all.
Oh,
Okay.
I hate it when that happens.
Is it
flies into a traffic light?
Yeah.
FaZe, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to do an emperor on it. I'm going to stretch both my arms out, and I'm going to send shit ton of lightning.
Oh, I see what you mean now, Emperor. Yeah, he's Star Wars. Yeah. What you doing?
I'm data spiking it.
Data spiking it. You don't actually need a mark on it to data spike.
No.
So
That's correct. I don't.
You will do. You'll do your combat plus logic. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're resisting it with device rating and firewall.
Yeah. Okay, you get 2 net successes. So it's attack plus 1 per hit plus 2 per mark. So 2, a net hit was 2, so that's 4. What's your attack?
My attack is 4.
So that's the maximum you can actually do to it, isn't it? Hang on. Okay, so you actually data spike the drone. You hand out your go with your lightning. It just seems to crackle round it. It goes straight through its protective firewall and just sort of like burns it. And you see sparks in it, everything coming out within the matrix. Billy Bob, you just see this drone shudder for a while, still going click, 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 click with the, and then it just crashes down to the ground and just sort of like smashes onto the floor.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Can I start giving Billy Bob directions now? I'm going to come out of the. Oh no, I'm not actually.
Billy Bob, you will have. That's a complex action, is it not?
Mine was, yeah.
Yeah. So Billy Bob, it's your action now. So if you roll your reaction plus your vehicle test, a vehicle skill, and your it's a handling. It's a speed. No, it's a handling because it's quite short, tight. Oh, bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Whoever that was. Bless you.
That was someone from downstairs.
Wow.
I hope they're okay.
My mic's working.
Check your walls.
You've either got a really good Mike Longshanks EPG, or you have no worries in a zombie attack because she could just go what? It's like her own superpower. Hello, my name is Mrs. Sneeze and Choo.
I blow you away.
No, big, don't.
Oh, he's always got to lower.
Excellent. Billy Bob, just roll your vehicle skill.
Right.
Maneuver.
Maneuver. Okay.
And then it's handling that you need. It doesn't really matter in your
handling
case.
2 successes.
Yeah, and you speed off down the road as you lose this now battered drone on the floor. Okay, Carrot, you can have your boxes back because this will go a lot quicker now. And FaZe, you come out of your.
I want to spend a couple of rounds in the Matrix just to make sure that there's just doing Matrix perception checks just to make sure that there's nothing else following us.
Okay then, roll your perception.
Can I send I send a message to Big B? Billy Bob. Telling him to keep taking maneuvers and checking to make sure we're not being followed on the ground.
Okay, yeah.
And one to Carrot to check astrally to make sure that we're not being followed.
Okay then, yeah. You can send those messages by all means. Do you want to roll your Matrix perception?
So does that mean I've got my health back, essentially, then?
Yeah, because time is moving on a lot quicker. No, you haven't got all your health back. You've just got 4 boxes. Because that's what was that the number of successes you got? 4?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it as it is then.
Yeah, so now now you don't need to concentrate on it. 2 successes.
Cool.
2 successes.
Yes, FaZe, there is another hidden device.
It's on the van.
Is it on?
It's actually underneath the van.
Dump it quick.
And it's you got a success there, haven't you?
I got 2 successes.
Yeah, so one to find it, and then the other one will give you an extra success. You notice it's some kind of a tracker bug that is tracking your movement. Oh, message!
Sorry, it's uploading a thing to YouTube.
Do you want to know, Longshanks, beforehand I could just see your head, and now your top of your head is going off You're obviously getting more and more excited and going back to that again.
There you go.
Excellent. Yes, there's definitely a tracker on there.
Okay, I'm going to switch around my deck array as a. Do you want me to roll initiative, by the way, for this?
No, you're absolutely fine.
Okay, I'm going to switch around my deck array, and then I'm going to see whether or not I can hack on the fly and maybe get a mark on this.
Cool.
I'm going to send a message to Big as well, just telling him to go round in circles. Don't head anywhere.
You suddenly notice on all your comm links, there comes a bit of a map soft comes up, and there's a red sort of like blob flashing. It's about 7 minutes away from your current location, and you notice that it's from Two Troll Johnson, and he's just sort of, it seems to be some kind of shop, but it's just sort of like flashing. It's just going.
Right, so I'll send a message saying that's the drop off, but don't head there straight away.
Okay, go for your hack on the fly. Ooh. What happens when they're totally equal?
I don't know. You're the GM.
Okay.
Could have made something up, dude. Jeez.
I know. Well, I often, what I normally do is that I normally assume that Chuggerwugger knows his Matrix stuff. So that's what I normally...
That's a bit bad, isn't it? Inwells rolls 5 dice and gets 4. I roll 13 dice.
Yeah, but your limit is 4.
Yeah, but 1, 2, 3... I only got 5 out of the 13 dice.
Did you? Oh, right. I see what you mean.
I think they know. I think if it's equal, I think they know.
Well, I think they know in any case. Yeah. So, but you do get your mark. That's what.
Do I?
Yeah, that's what we'll say. If they're equal, you will say that you both succeed until I read up the rules. So you do get your mark. However, they do know.
I was going to say I would have said they cancel each other out.
So it's either that you don't get your mark and they don't know, or you do get your mark and they know.
Right.
So whichever one you would like to play until I check the rules. I'm quite happy with either.
It's up to you. You're the GM. You make.
Let's say that you've got your mark and they know.
Right. Okay.
Because that's what I said first. Yeah.
Right. So the next action that I want to take is I want to try to trace the icon. I want to try to trace the signal coming back from this, going from this tracker back to its source.
Okay, so that would be a snoop, yeah?
I think it would be a trace icon. You find the physical location of a device or person in the matrix. After succeeding with this action, you know the target's location for as long as you have at least one mark on the target.
Yeah, okay, but you need 2 marks to trace icon.
Ah, right.
That's why
I'm with you.
I assumed you wanted to snoop, intercept the matrix traffic to and from the target to see what it's broadcasting. But yeah, you're probably trace icon is probably the better one because you.
I would need to trace the icon.
Yeah, so you probably need another one.
Yeah.
Big, can you just make another vehicle check just because you're driving around? I just want to make sure you don't knock over any old ladies or anything like that.
Or dogs.
Carrot, you notice that
Dogs are right.
Maggie has actually started to snuggle into you more. And it's just sort of like, she stopped whimpering and crying. She's just sort of like snuggled into her. You can feel the faint heartbeat.
Yeah, I make sure she's not looking, and I just roll my eyes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She you go, and she does the same.
What she doesn't know, I'm rolling my eyes in. Oh, I don't know what she's doing.
She just gazes up at you
and hugs you tighter.
She just
and I wince because obviously all my ribs are broken.
Yeah, she just nuzzles into you a bit more. Yeah, but beforehand you probably had 8 ribs broken. Now you've already got 4. So, you know.
Which is good.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so...
If she hugs you that tight, you now got 8 broken.
FaZe,
and 1 for luck.
FaZe, what are you doing?
I want to try to hack this. Can I hack on the fly once it knows that I'm doing it?
Yes, you can do, but you...
I'm at -2.
You don't... Yeah, you're at minus... yes, you're at minus... No, because you're at -1 because you lose a dice every time you do it, don't you?
Right.
But at the same time, you don't know what they are doing because they've now got a mark on you, haven't they?
No. Oh, have they got a mark on me?
I thought that's what you said.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Let me just check because I wrote this down just to direct mark.
But they basically know where I am anyway.
Well, they
because
know,
they've got the tracker, but at the moment they can't. Let's just hope that rigger was rigged in. At least then I've just dumped him out with a bit of biofeedback.
Right, just let me check so I get this right because it's in a funny place. It's not actually on Hack on the Fly. I thought if you hacked on the fly and you didn't get any dice roll, you failed, that they actually got a mark on you.
Where would it come under?
It's under something. It's not under illegal actions. If you fail a sleaze action, the target's firewall software detects the intrusion and places a mark on you. And the device immediately informs its owner. A host launches ice. If the target already has 3 marks on you, it doesn't get another, but it's does still informing and launching.
Right.
So it's actually got a mark on your persona now.
Right. Okay. But we're going
So
to.
it wouldn't matter if I drop him off anywhere.
No. It's going to be. They're probably going to be tracing me or sending harmful
Correct.
programs to actually take me out.
So now I can actually, for example, I can say,
He can data spike me, or
Yeah, well, I can
crash my program, or
yeah, or I can send you send a data bomb to you, or snoop you, or spoof command you.
or he can cause my deck to reboot and dump me.
So FaZe, what would you like to do?
I'm going to get another mark on this.
Cool, go for it then.
So I'm at -1. I got 3 successes.
3 successes and
Come on, you. Ha!
sorry, I saw a glitch come
2
up
successes. On yours?
there. Yeah, I saw a glitch come up somewhere, but I think it's because I was.
No, I got 3. It might have been yours. Did you glitch?
No, I think I
No.
was just scrolling up and down. How many
Right.
you get? Yeah, so you actually get your second mark on it.
Right. Okay.
So now, if you wish, you can you can trace icon.
Yeah, but I'm not very good at this, so
Okay.
I'm not specialised. Thank you very much. No situation modifier. 2
2
successes.
successes, and my willpower plus sleaze.
We need a really low dice from you.
I get a 1. Yeah, you trace it back. You see the actual current, the signal going through the matrix as you're driving along, and you quickly just zoom your way, twist and turn, twist and turn, twist and turn, and it comes to almost like a big white van. That has an antenna on the end, on the top of it, and down one side it says, "Here to protect, law enforcement."
Is it a Lone Star one?
Yeah.
Shit.
Can I?
They do have a mark on you now,
Yeah.
and you're right outside their van.
I turn around and kick him out the van.
You're not running silent. Just to let you know, FaZe, you're not running silently either.
I'm not. No.
No,
But they know where we are anyway.
they know where the van is, yeah.
Yeah.
But now they know where you are as well, or possibly know where you are.
Right. Okay.
You're going to have to split.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm changing some of my
Billy
deck
Bob.
array around.
Billy Bob, you notice that on the van, there's a red light blinking.
On my van.
Yeah, on the van. Let's get it.
Yeah. Since when has it been your van? We put petrol in it.
Well, it's not petrol.
Diesel.
It's electric.
Engine light.
And
Electric.
yeah, and you suddenly notice when you look down, just roll your vehicle. What's your vehicle skill? What is it? 4. Yeah, you know what it
Skill.
is. The van's running out of charge. It's running out of charge.
Alternator's gone.
So it's going beep, 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 be. So basically, if it runs completely out of charge, then that'll be it. You'll be stopping dead in the water. Just roll your vehicle plus your logic. So your vehicle is 4. What's your logic?
Logic is 3.
3. So just roll 7 dice. So you should have a normal roll. Do you have a normal roll icon?
Yeah.
So just roll 7.
So number of dice 7.
2 successes. You figure you've got about 10 to 15 minutes of currently driving how you're driving at the moment, before the battery will be completely and utterly flat.
Is this van electric?
Yeah, certainly is.
Oh my god. We got a bag of crap. Sorry.
It is your van. I think I remember you saying.
No, we have a bag of crap.
Do you wish to inform the party, Billy Bob?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, look, we ain't got much juice left in this thing.
Okay. Everybody, including you, FaZe, while you're stood outside the law enforcement van, you get a little message coming up. It's a little gif of Billy Bob going, "No charge, no charge, no charge, no charge," like that. FaZe, what do you wish to do?
I'm coming back to the van now. I know who's tracing us, and I want to. I've still got marks on this tracker, haven't I?
You certainly have, yeah.
I want to control the device. I want to control the tracker. I want to turn it off.
Okay, you've got 2, so yeah, you can control device with 2. So you need to roll your
Intuition and electronic warfare.
Yeah. Well, it actually depends on what you're trying to do. That's what it sort of like depends on. So, but I'm quite happy for electronic warfare.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I can't do that.
Electronic warfare and logic, you can.
No, I'm going to data spike it. I'm going to try to destroy it.
Ooh.
Okay. What's your attack rating?
That's why I'm doing it. It's 4.
Right. So the maximum.
Because otherwise, I would have to switch all my deck array out again.
Yeah. So the maximum amount of boxes that you're going to do to it is 4.
Plus whatever marks I have.
No. Your limit is 4.
Right.
That's why that attack is in the square brackets.
How many does it? How many does the device have?
Well, you don't know. It depends on the rating.
Right. Or in which case, I'm going to have to. I'm going to spend an action, and I'm going to swap my deck away.
Okay.
Oh, I could do it as my free action.
Yeah, I think whatever you're going to do, you just need to do it quicker than what you're doing, because
Okay.
Can I ask Longshanks to? Sorry, go on.
Yeah, go for it, Billy Bob.
I was going to ask Longshanks if he can get in touch with Johnson and see if there's a safe place that we can like store the vehicle and get it charged, because we're running low.
Yeah, I send a message to Troll Johnson, basically asking if there's any refill points for an electric van that would be low on sort of like Lone Star radar.
Yeah, most of the he just replies to you, sent you the location. Most houses and shops and things like that now have plug-in points, so that's all right. Have you changed what you were doing, Chuggerwugger? Did you know you have roll control device instead of data spike?
Yes, I had changed what I was doing. I used my free action to change my sleeves and my attack, and then I'm controlling the device and turning it off.
Okay then. So that was 4 successes. I got 1. So that's 3. So yeah. So it's you start to try to figure out, and you start to pump electric stuff into it. This seems to be quite a detailed device, obviously coming from Lone Star, and you sort of like so think this isn't working. There seems to be several layers of algorithms and code here, and as you try to figure out how to switch it off, you can't actually get through the programming. It keeps sort of like trying to send you on a loop, and you just try to get there, and then it doesn't. So remember, the device you will roll, but there will be a threshold for you to turn things off. So you got 3 successes. So if something's really powerful, it might take 6 successes to turn it off. And so you can't actually, it doesn't seem to be turning off. You actually got 3 successes, just out of interest.
I send a message to both FaZe and Bidbob saying, can we do this? Can we get rid of the tracker manually? Can we just take it off and dump it somewhere?
Rip it off.
Yeah.
Attach it to a
I'm
bus or something.
I'm not sure. We might be able to. I'm if
there's several ways to get rid of a tracker. Okay, you can either do something magically to it, i.e. shock it with electricity, but probably not the best idea, Carrot, when it's attached to a car. That runs
I don't have that anyway.
You can hack into it via the Matrix, like FaZe is trying to do, or you can try to pull it off or blow it up and shoot it.
Wouldn't we need something like a tag eraser to actually even find it first?
Well,
because it's just a little RFID tag, isn't it?
Yeah, but you actually know where it is because you can see it on the Matrix, so you could actually see it because you've searched for it via a hidden perception roll. So you've located it, so you can see it.
Okay.
And how long is this thing away from us? This thing that's coming for us?
Well, this is the thing. You're quite happily just sort of like going driving around the streets. It's constantly tracing you all the time. You know, FaZe is going backwards and forwards with it. Carrot is doing smoochy stuff in the back of the van. True Troll Johnson has sent you the location. You know, but it's a classic. I hate to use an Aliens quote here, but as your GM, I would say, whatever you're going to do, you better do it fast.
Mm.
Yeah. So perhaps we should just pull up to the side of the road, rip it off, dump it in a bin, and go to Two Trolls safe house. Which we can't do when we get to the safe house because it won't be safe anymore.
Yeah.
That's probably the best thing to do.
That
if I go down into AR mode and then come out of the Matrix and reboot, does it erase the mark that's on me, or do I need to erase the mark first?
Rebooting will erase everything, but it will also have some time that you're not able. It's not instantaneous.
Right. Okay, I'm going to have to.
You also lose your marks on everything else. So if you reboot, yes, it won't have a mark on you, but when you boot back in again, you won't have the mark on the device anymore.
So they're going to basically have to. They're going to have to find it with my direction, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you don't actually know how big it is. I mean, yes, it could be a tiny little thing, or it could be a massive thing that's attached to the bottom. All right, I'm just going to do a roll here. Okay.
Be quick.
What do you wish to do, people?
I think that's the best. What I suggest is the best thing to do. Just pull up to the side of the road and rip it off and dump it. So that's the quickest and simplest, because then they'll still be, and then obviously, but then FaZe has got to worry about what he wants to do with his mark on him.
Well, he can reboot.
I can reboot, but I can't reboot until you've found the mark.
And that's what that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying to
So
you.
that's
And the problem is I'm in VR mode, so I can only send sort of like simple messages to you.
I thought you had come down to AR mode.
No, I
just
was
a while
saying
back.
is can I come down to it? I was asking if I came down to AR mode and then rebooted, whether or not it would get rid of the mark.
Yeah, if you reboot.
How far away are we from the safe house?
Well,
the location that Tutor Johnson gave us.
Well, you're probably exactly the same distance away as you were before, because Billy Bob's just been driving round in circles as instructed. So I think if you actually look at your the signal, sorry, not that. It probably just looks like it probably looks something like that. I know you can't see it, but on the stream, but I'll move it down a bit. He's literally just sort of like going around in circles because he doesn't want to get any closer to it, but he doesn't want to get any further away from it. But at the same time, you have to remember, guys, that
is there enough electricity in the band to get us to the safe house?
Just because all the time you're driving around, you're using that electricity up.
Right, I'm going to go down into AR mode, tell Billy Bob to stop the van, and then they're both going to have to get out and start searching for it. And when I'm giving them directions in AR to try to find it.
Okay, so Billy, Carrot, you probably have to stay in the back with Maggie. Because she's not keen. FaZe and Billy Bob, just roll a perception roll for me, please.
Defense? No.
It's under the skill page.
You need to be on skills.
You're right. Perception.
Yeah, you can see it. It seems to be a sort of like a semi-dome shape, and it's quite pronounced there. It doesn't look very high-tech at all. It just looks like somebody's quickly whacked it on there, and that's been it. So it's quite easy to remove. What do you want to do, Billy Bob? Do you just want to remove it, or do you want to stash it somewhere? What would you like to do?
I'm going to remove it and throw it.
Okay.
Can you get it on another vehicle?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually.
Okay,
if
so
I can, like,
roll your you
strength.
No, you will have. Let me just do this. Is it exotic?
Exotic weapon.
Show all.
Throwing
weapon. Throwing weapon is attached to your agility.
Agility.
You probably haven't got a skill in it, have you?
No, I just
so if you go
agility.
into your combat and you click show all,
right. Oh, I was just going to roll agility, but okay.
and then roll
combat.
Well, it will cascade.
Roll throwing weapon.
Skill.
It should
combat.
Yeah, so go
Show
into
all.
combat and do show all so you can see all the combat skills.
Yep.
And then look for throwing weapon, second one up, and click the die.
So
click the roll.
Yeah. So you've actually got 4 dice to roll in it.
Where? That's not there. Throwing weapon.
Throwing weapon.
Have you gone under combat?
Yeah, combat skills.
Yeah, and
Show all.
you've got all of them
Clubs.
showing.
Yeah.
And it's
So there's
Show
what
all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
2,
7,
3,
8,
4,
9
5,
showing.
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
Second one up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so just click roll it, and that'll roll. Okay, what one success? Okay, you chuck it in the direction of a car, but it's not a very good throw, Billy Bob, at all. And you know the car moves, and you just whack it, and it sort of goes onto somebody who's riding past on their little cycle, and it just sort of like whacks into them and sort of like clatters on the ground, and he goes, "Dreck off!" like this to you, makes a rude sign with his fist that is slightly open, and he sort of like carries on driving. riding, but it's now on the ground. You also notice that the chances are it's going to be actually flattened pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so you getting
Get
back
back
into
in.
the.
Yeah, I'm gonna head off.
Are you heading off to?
We're off to the safe house.
Yeah.
Yep.
Am I correct in thinking that we still have one more night to do at Hungry Like a Wolf?
One more night.
do.
Explain.
We were hired to protect it for 2 nights.
No, well, he's quite happy that you fulfilled. You withstood one attack. He thinks the chances of them coming back now are very slight. So the next thing that you need to do is, if you remember, there was 2 other parts of the encounter or the job. The first one was to actually protect, which you've done. The second one is to figure out why it's happening. And then the third one is to ensure that it's not
Make 'em
going
stop.
to... Yeah. To provide some kind of reassurance.
Don't do it again.
Okay, while you're at the safe house, Billy Bob, you plug in your van. Oh, sorry, the Hungry Like the Wolf van, and you notice that it goes charging.
Did you not
Charging.
check the charge when you given it a once over?
Yeah. I
You
would
sure?
have checked everything.
Yeah, he went over, but it's probably Hungry Like the Wolf. Remember, it's not the richest people around, so their vans are probably not in the best condition. So it's a bit
Is
like
it cake? You got cake?
what is it? I can't see it.
It's just a cupcake with a bit of chocolate icing on the top.
So why is there not one for everyone?
There you go.
Didn't you bring enough for the class?
Right.
That's a random lightning bolt coming down and
So
destroying me.
withstand 7 successes then. Okay, within about 10 minutes or so arriving at the safe house, a long black sort of like limo arrives, and that is quite beefed up. You notice that it's got reinforced wheels and it looks quite armored type. And then what happens is that
Is this our replacement vehicle?
the 2 trolls come out, and 2 Troll Johnson come out. He transfers I think it was 1,000 credits each, yeah?
Yeah.
It were, yeah.
He transfers it over to your bank account and takes Maggie. He sort of like puts his arm round her, and she turns round to you, Carrot, and says, "I will be back. My knight in shiny armour." And they sort of like go off into the van. Can somebody just roll a charisma, a related skill? So probably.
Longshanks, huh?
I'll give it a go. I've got the highest charisma, so
Yeah, go for it.
What do you want me to roll?
A charisma related skill, so anything under your social.
Yeah,
Anything.
not negotiation. So things like performing.
I've got etiquette.
No,
I've got etiquette. I've got leadership.
No, etiquette is how you behave.
Right.
So, for example, what's your etiquette? Is it just a general skill group?
It's just a general etiquette.
Yeah,
mine
so
too.
for example, if I said to you, right, you're going to go into the police station, you could roll your etiquette skill to look like that you actually fit in. Or it can be specialised. So you specialise it for certain areas. So you could have etiquette street. So as you moved around the street, you look like you belong there. It's also how you would behave. So what do you have?
Skills wise, that I've actually points in, I've got leadership, etiquette, and negotiation. Everything else will be just defaulting.
Okay then. So roll just like a performance check then. I just want to see how many successes.
1 dice, because I've still got a wound box.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah.
Is that glitch?
No,
No.
it's a 3.
No, it tells me if a glitch comes up, so don't worry.
It was a 3.
Yeah. Okay then. Shortly after Tutorial Johnson has left, you get a message from him that states that he's been talking to Maggie, and that he just thought it would be interesting with your current adventure, your current job, to say that number one, Mark Darwin actually went to work at Deliver For You. And he actually went to work. He worked there over a period of time, which relates to that week the week that I was telling you about when the shipment came through as usual. He actually contacted his aunt as he left. However, he never returned home at all. Maggie has been in touch with the police. But the police are passing it off as if nothing's happened, and that he's just a young man who's probably out on the town or just decided not to go back to his aged aunt. So they're sort of like passing it off that nothing's actually happened. So he hasn't actually been seen since leaving Deliver For You on the night when the last sort of like shift before Thimmy Bob. I'm trying to remember his name. Is it Roger Lance?
Lancer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roger Lancer started back. So if you remember, Roger Lancer had a week off ill, and Mark Darwin was the intern that sort of like covered him, and it was then that the actual the shipment went through as 10 for 10 instead of just 3, and it was then that once he finished his last day when Roger Lancer was coming back, he left that night, and then that's it. He's never been seen since.
Okay,
So, sorry, the shipment was 10 for 10 when Darwin was in charge.
Yeah.
can I check the? I've got the files downloaded from Hungry Like a Wolf's
You certainly
computer.
have, yeah.
One of the things that I had was the work rotas. Who was off on Tuesday? Was anybody off on Tuesday? Was somebody working Monday and working Wednesday, but they were off on Tuesday?
You need to relate it to which Tuesday you're talking about. Sorry.
Tuesday, there was a break-in on Monday.
Yeah.
And then there wasn't a break-in on Tuesday.
Oh,
There's a delivery on
but
Tuesday.
yeah, that's right, Billy Bob. There was a delivery on Tuesday.
But then there was a break-in on Wednesday.
Yeah. So
and each time on the Monday and the Wednesday, they used the codes on the door.
And also the piece of information that you got from Delivery For You as well was that on the order of the Jamil bugs actually arrives on the Monday. But on this week, it didn't arrive on the Monday. It arrived on the Tuesday.
Tuesday.
But it was 10 out of 10. If you remember, 10 boxes were ordered and 10 were delivered.
But they tried to deliver it on Monday, but couldn't.
That's not the information you have.
Sorry, it went out on Monday.
Correct.
Yeah, it says it went out on Monday.
Yeah.
But they're saying, no, we didn't get it Monday. We got it Tuesday.
So Monday was the last day that Mark Darwin worked. So on the Tuesday, according to the work rosters phase, Roger Lancer was back.
But 10 went out again. And if Lancer was doing something suspicious, you wouldn't have had 10 go out. Your mic's gone very low, Inmos.
My mic has.
Yeah, I don't know whether or not it's for me. I'll turn you up.
My mic's gone low.
It did, yeah.
Is it all right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So on Monday, 10 went out, but Roger Lancer wasn't back. Roger Lancer came back on Tuesday.
But
they
didn't.
Hungry Like a Wolf
delivery.
didn't sign for anything
Until Tuesday. Normally they sign on the Monday.
Right. Okay, so who in Hungry Like a Wolf was off on the Tuesday? Because on both Monday when they broke in, on Wednesday they used the door codes, didn't they?
Nobody has been off that week at all.
Right.
Everybody's been hungry like a wolf. Everybody was working. Nobody was off at all.
Didn't you say the barman wasn't there for some reason?
The chef?
No, the barman.
Avery. No, everybody that week. There's been no changes. The only discrepancies that Faye's found in the stock take to explain the money was that sometimes they seem to be ordering 10 boxes of Jamil books, but only 3 have been arriving. Okay, guys, we're coming up to the first hour and a half, which means we are going to take a break at this point. So please make sure that you go off and grab a drink, stretch your legs. We will be back. Let me just stop this. We will be back in roughly about 10 minutes. I'll set it up for 10 minutes, but we'll see how well we do. Please do go off and have a break and grab something to drink. And we will see you back here in 10 minutes and see whether or not the party actually manages to figure out what is going on. We will be back in 10.